Hello everybody, sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdletshe, and on this channel siyazifunde iy'ncwadi ey'bhalwe ngolimi lwethu lwesiZulu bese siza la sizoyixoxela indaba esuke siyifundile. Senzela laba phela abangenaso isikhathi sokuthi bayifunde le y'ncwadi nalabo futhi abasuke benqena nje ukufunda. Siyaphinda futhi sibuka ama-reality shows ethu ala eMzansi bese siza la sizokwenza ama-reviews and or ama-recaps. Senzele laba phela abangalitholi ithuba lokuthi bawabuke lama-shows nalaba abawabukayo kodwa bafuna ukuthi kube nezinto ezithile abayidiscussayo after sebeyibukile ishow. Namhlanje nake ngenza i-episode edlale on Thursday. The Ranakas, I think we are on episode 4 for now. I don't know how you guys feel about this show. I would like to know abantu ababukayo ukuthi how do you feel about this season? I have my own thoughts ngale season lena, but I'm waiting to see what Mzansi Magic is it gonna give us something better in the next few episodes, because right now I'm like, it looks like we're going in circles, but it still had things here and there that were interesting in the episode. But I'll talk about how I feel about this episode at the end of the review. I don't think this video is gonna be too long, but when the episode starts, Limpopo, I think the family has gone back home, like her mother, her grandmother, and the other family members. But Yenusa Sekhona Lapayana, and it's like it's a morning off. I thought if she says it's a morning off, I thought she means it's the morning of the ceremony. I really honestly thought that they were going to give us a chance to watch a ceremony ka Dineo, but we don't get to see that. So bavukseni bathi bavuka ngabo 3 a.m. Apparently that's the right time to say prayers and to speak to the ancestors. I guess that's why people have overnight prayers, because there's a certain time at night where prayers work better. I don't know if uNkulunkulu kuzwa kahle around those times or amadlozi akuzwa kahle around those times, but nabo bavuke ngabo 8 a.m. ekuseni. So bayahamba baya elokhuzeni emfuleni. Was that a river or idamu la udineo khona bayomthela ngamanzi usho uyongena emanzini? They go there I guess with another person osebenza with umuntu omthwasisayo udineo, and mabefika laphana bamthela ngamanzi. Uyakhumula, she was like completely naked, bamthela ngamanzi. Yeah, she does complain about the fact that out of everything, it was a great experience, except for the fact that she had to get naked, and the temperature of the water, because apparently the water was very cold. I'm not sure if it was necessary for them to show us even though bamvalile the private part, but the whole thing, I really don't think Mzansi Magic really it was necessary for us to show us that. I don't know what was the point. They could have just said ukhumulele wanqunu and not show us that part, but they did. And then bayamthela ngamanzi ayabanda and all that. And that was like the first scene of this episode. Not much. She spent a lot of time talking about ubaba lo mthwasisayo, how much he means to her, and she says she feels this person was chosen for her because somehow they are soulmates, like they understand each other, so they understand each other's spirits. Mayesho, and she says and the mother, who is the wife to umuntu omthwasisayo, they've become very close, and she has become like a mother figure and a mentor to her udineo. So a lot of her interview in this episode was about that, her trying to give us ilokuzana information on how her relationship with this family Mthwasisayo is like. And then the next thing, it was her father ubaba Dineo, with her. He said it's his brothers and their wives. It's like two of his brothers and their wives, and they are talking about Usnowi. They're talking about Usnowi. I'm not laughing because it is a funny story, but I'm laughing out of just feeling like I feel like this story, they have dragged it enough when it comes to the Ranakas. The Ranakas I watched in season 1, and I think there's a season that I missed. We're in season 5 now. I think there's a season, the whole season that I had missed. But when I came back on, I felt like Ubaba Dineo is still in the same place that he was even in season 1, because this story, Kasnowi and his family and him losing his surname and getting back his surname and reclaiming, this was a storyline in like season 1, if I'm not mistaken. So I kind of feel like I'm just like over it, respectfully so, because Tom Dala, if he still wants to tell a story, I guess we should listen as younger people. But I just feel like I'm over it. Like I need another storyline. If he's going to be on the show, we need to hear something else from him. But he's made some printed reports for his brothers and his wives, and I don't know what's on the report, but it's all about Usnowi and Usnowi being lost and not being found. That whole story, it was still about that. And yeah, I didn't find that part of that scene very interesting, because I felt like it's a repetition of what we have seen before. But yeah, maybe as we move forward with the other season, we're gonna see more and understand more as to why the producers are feeling like we still need to hear this story that we've been hearing about for so long. And it just made the already not so exciting episode even more unexciting, But I'm one person, so another person might look at that and really be interested in that story. So I'm not saying that don't watch. If you want to catch a repeat and you haven't watched, you can catch a repeat and see, and maybe comment and tell me what you think of that story. I myself have felt like we have been on that storyline far too long. We just need to move on when it comes to that. I don't know whether it's because they're running out of stuff to do, because it seems like they're following Dineo, the grandchildren, Ukatleko no Tando, and they're following the father and some of Mpumi. Not Mpumi, Jalo Michelle and her husband. We're not seeing a lot of Mpumi, we're not seeing a lot of Manaka, and we're not seeing a lot of Ranaka. So, I don't know. I just feel like we need more variety. We're focusing on the same people, we family. So I'm clamping stories so interesting in that way. So maybe they just feel like, okay, let's get the father. Maybe he was the one that was available to shoot. So that's what they did. So the next thing is Utino, she's going to get the herbs with Lokuzana. With-ke ubaba lo mthwasisile bayomba-ke imithi, like the Masekos did, bayomba laphayana imithi. And she explains-ke ukuthi, and when it comes to umsebenzi wakho Dineo, she's not allowed to use umuthi othengiwe over the counter like ema-pharmacy. Wonke umuthi azowusebenzisa has to be dug up. Fanele kube umuthi ohambiwe wayombiwa, not umuthi walokhuzana wasema-pharmacy. So I wondered about that, because does she mean ukuthi naye, even if she's sick, she's not going to go to the hospital and be given umuthi ongambiwe phansi? Or does she mean ukuthi when she's helping other people, she's not allowed ukuthi ababhalele prescription, for example, bayothatha umuthi epharmacy, she can only give them umuthi ombiwe phansi? I didn't understand that part, but that's what she said. I guess she didn't clarify enough, but it says everything has to come from Mother Earth. But I wonder, because even a lot of imithi ebudayisayo manje ema-pharmacy, there's a lot of imithi ephuma from Mother Earth, but uthola ukuthi seyidayisa ema-pharmacy. Does that mean ukuthi inyanga they're not allowed to use leyo medicine na? But yeah, that's what she explained. And with all of this going on, they are preparing for the homecoming. So, which is what I was looking forward to. I really was looking forward to the homecoming ceremony. So she goes, ayocela laphayana ke kogobela wakhe ke nabantu basebenzela ugobela, uyocela ilokhuzana i-list. It's like a checklist to say what are the things that she still needs to buy for ilokhuzana i-homecoming yakhe, ceremony yakhe i-homecoming. Shizomsebenzi ukubuya ekhaya after intwaso. So ke shuthi uyamtshela ke a number of things that she has to buy. Here is the thing. After that, Dineo explains ukuthi she feels like she did, when it comes to ukuthwasa kwakhe, she shared very intimate information about it, but she does indicate that there's a lot that she didn't share. There's a lot that we didn't see, and she feels like she shared as much as she can, and she won't share more than that. I took that as an indication that we're not gonna see the homecoming ceremony, because she says this is where it ends, as far as me sharing my journey in becoming inyanga. She said she's becoming inyanga. So yeah, we don't get to see Lokuzana homecoming ceremony ka Dineo because she decided not to. But the ceremony was on YouTube. The videos were on YouTube. I really felt like she might as well have shared that ceremony with us in an environment where she could control it. This is how I want it shown. But because either way, we did see the part of the ceremony. People had taken videos on their phones and they put it on YouTube. So sibonile, So maybe she didn't think people would do that, but they did. Yeah. But yeah, they said we're not gonna say it. So the next scene, we are back at home. Dana was back at home. She's going to see her mom, and they're there with the granny, and she's happy to see her child. So she really missed home. And then they started talking about everything that happened in Limpopo. Ugogo is just joking ukuthi izinto bengakwazi ukuzenza umenqeni ukwenza into lezi ezenziwa emakhaya. She would just ubedoja vela usiphathela ilokhuzana ingane kaDineo, which I found very funny. Ugogo waselokishini ugogo kaDineo, I mean, can you really blame her? Ma umuntu oselokishini uya emakhaya ufile ngathi yo impilo lana kuyagqilazwana. That's how you feel. So okay. Yes, so they're just having that fun, and then she asked the question, Udineo, to her mom, which I felt like, oh my God, this question has been asked so many times. She asked her mom, how do you feel now that ingane yakho isithwasile? I just feel like this question has been asked so many times, and Dineo's mom has answered it so many times. I could have answered that question for her, in fact, because she has said, yes, she doesn't believe in what Dineo is doing, but she feels like she decided that she should support her child in her child's change. She's not the one who's going through into her, so it's her child. She's just supposed to be there as a mom, which she gives like a similar answer to that, really. And she says it was a good experience. She was able to see her child in a different way than she's seen her before. And they do express with the grandmother, which apparently abaphansi have bothered uLokuzana uDineo for a very, very long time. So this is something that if family felt ukuthi uDineo ubiziwe for such a long time. So finally she has given in to uthwasa. So I guess the family saw it coming ngoba unebenezinto ethile like dreams, and she will see things apparently. So yeah, but that was an episode for today, guys. If you see my video today, it's like, what, it's gonna be 15 minutes. Here's the thing about this episode. Honestly, it was a boring episode. It was a very boring episode. It could have been very exciting if they showed us the homecoming ceremony guy at Dineo. But also just the fact that they're focusing so much on Dineo rather than the other siblings makes the show boring. It makes the show one-sided, because it's like this show might as well be called Keeping Up with Dineo or something, because that's all that we're looking at. Even when they're talking to her parents, they're talking to Dineo they're talking to her parents about Dineo, So I don't know. I feel like Umzansi Magic really has to give us something better this week, because this was a really, really boring episode. They need to pull up their socks. They need to put together something better than what they've put together. I'm not saying that drama yogulwa, that's what we want, but I just want to see more of Manaka. I want to see more of Mpumi. I want to see more of Lokuzana or Ranaka. I want to see more of Umzingisi. I want to see these people at work. I want to see them spending time with their friends, with their families, and hopefully we can get a trip out of this family, because there's always some drama that happens when families take trips. So we want to see a trip from this family, and I think honestly for so it's not boring. I hope they leave their mom and dad back at home, because I think we've seen more than enough of mom and dad now. But yeah, that is my opinion, guys. I just feel like this show just needs a little bit of something. I think even if they do a trip, and they go somewhere, but maybe Magadinewo, no grandmother, and their friends can do a separate trip from the kids. And but we just need something, otherwise it's just really becoming boring for me. But guys, what did you think of this episode? And what are you hoping for we're gonna see in the next video? Are you still gonna be watching? Are there things that you find very interesting when it comes to the Ranakas right now? Please let me know in the comments, and like the video before uphume kuyona, and share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ngithanda kakhulu.